Morning, everyone. Right, I'm going to show you something that I created a while back. Actually, I just created it for myself, and a few people have started using it as well. It is super advanced, and it's kind of the whole reason to back, reason to lay thing that you find on the race cards comes from this. And this page and all of these calculations. And what you've got here is you've got the filtered data and you've got the unfiltered data. So what I'm going to show you first is the unfiltered. Then we'll go back to the filtered because that's basically the presets that I kind of use every morning. So if we go down here, this is basically every horse in every race running today with the time, the track, the age, the type of race. And then you've got these reasons to back. So, is form a reason to back? Is it sufficiently far ahead, or, is it actually really quite bad in the bottom three? So, we're looking at all of these reasons. So if you're in the bottom three of the ratings, your chance of winning is probably about 4 or 5%, whereas in your top three, it's between 55 and 60%. Top jockey is a big thing as well, so I'm looking for jockey ratings that are high, preferably above 2. Same for the trainer. Breeding is largely for stallions, so you're going to find these are all the highly rated stallions with only for 2 and 3 year olds. Progression is where we're looking at horses that have gone from a 2LR to an LR, so a last race that is at least double the 2LR. So that's an indication that they've jumped on in form. You've got whether they've got a course and distance record, or there's only one today, Jack Mill, and a going record. And these two you don't really need to know about because I'm never going to release them into the wild folly. But propensity is an algorithm that's running in the background where basically I think around 40% of these horses win. Strike rate is a little bit more restrictive. You're talking about 40% of them potentially. So anything that's propensity and strike rate, shortlist it pretty much. Then you've got all this new data that you got on the race cards. So the official rating against the last race, you can sort that and say, all right, he's down 14 on his last race. He's probably switching from hurdles to chase or vice versa. And against the last win. So you've got maybe handicap debutants. If they're 100 odd, and there you got 32, so it's probably coming from another code, or he's completely rubbish. A rank score of 1.79 indicates he's probably rubbish. Rank score, I've explained on the race cards video, is like kind of a sum of all ratings, so the higher the better. An 8.5 is terrific, and a 1.29 that we saw, we got 0.86, that's a shocker. So that's the worst you can get. Reasons to back and reasons to lay. Well, that's the whole reason for this page. This horse has 7 reasons to back, and if you go across, then you'll see, form, jockey, yard, progression, propensity, and strike rate. The weight's not up. There's loads of stuff that's contributed towards a good rank score and high reasons to back with no reasons to lay. Forecast odds of 1.5 in a 10-horse field. And all the way across here, you've got the stats. And these are percentages, by the way. So let's look at, sorting by course and distance record. I've only got one. That was Jack Mill, wasn't it? 33% win rate over C and D. We've got some horses who've won on today's goings, quite a few actually. And surface too, for the all-weather, preferably. And then I just combine that to give you a suits total, which doesn't always sort properly. I need to fix that. But you got 106 and 104. Culture and Jack Mill. There you go. There's 2 horses there for you. Not particularly well rated. Very poor rank scores, but they're dropping in the weights. And they got reasons to back too. A positive difference too for both of them. So maybe watch them today. So this is kind of how I start the day. Is I'll say, all right, I don't really want to back 2-year-olds today. So I don't trust their form. I'd like horses in form maybe. So I'll have a look at that. And sometimes you have to press enter. There you go. What would I like? I don't want any horse. You see it's 8 above its last race. That feels a bit risky for me. I'm going to cap it at 4. and I'm going to cap that at 4. I want a high rank score, anything above 6, and I want anything with at least 3. So that way I've got myself a nice short list. I don't want anything too short, so give me nice prices for the place. I don't want massive fields. About 14 I could probably cope with. That seems to be the max. You could say I want between 8 and 12 runners, for instance, and you've got a short list of 3. 2 of those are well suited. So what have we got? Patient Dream, Pistoletto, and William Cody. So this is probably where I go. Right, let me go into my race cards. Patient Dream in the 115. Top. It's interesting. It's quite a big field. Let's look at his progression. He's not gone on really from his last race, but you know, he's okay. He's relatively well supported. He's got very high suitability. There you go. There's his 2, but he's up against a horse that's gone from 34 to 101, and he's got 5 reasons to back. It feels a little bit risky. Maybe an each way bet if I can get a price. Certainly I'd want to go each way on a 12 to 1 horse that's got 5 reasons to back and a rank score of nearly 7. I've also got Lindwall in there too, but he's gone the other way. So not entirely sure about that one. I'd keep him on the short list and maybe read up about him later. I've got the 7:15 at Kempton. So let's go back to our race cards. Kempton. Nice, is a listed race. Let's have a look at Pistoletto's top. Should be with his form rating, but look at this. Class, distance, direction, progression. Ooh. That's the kind of horse you want, isn't it? Mind you, he's done well. He's progressed really nicely in the ratings. His speed's pretty good. His speed's even better. And his... he's up 4. 3-0, but he's up nothing. He's down 4. Again, that feels potentially a place bet if I can get around the 7 to 1 mark on the VDW. Look at that storm here. My God. You know, no wonder he's 1.88 on the exchanges. So yeah, Pistoletto probably has a chance on form and reasons to back, and on rank score. Yeah, rank score he comes top. So again, not a race where I put my mortgage on it, but I'll be watching out for that, and I'd be looking at why Kenzai Warrior has gone from 110 to 84. Again, with these top races, sometimes what they do is they'll race in one of these all-weather championships races, and then they'll get a class 6 in Chelmsford or something stupid like that. So watch out for that. But he is down 4, so it indicates that 84 wasn't a great race or great performance. 2 above his last win, and Pistoletto's 4 above his last win. So that might be requiring a bit of a career best. And finally, William Cody. Well, let's have a look at him while we're here. 220. This is a novice's hurdle, so again, I've got to be careful with these. I was looking this morning, Paris Encore. He's the top form horse. He's progressed nicely over these 3 races. He's got 7-0. Jesus Christ. Difference of 7 in reasons to back versus reasons to lay. Rank score is 7.8. I wouldn't back against that. But William Cody's progressed 2, so he could be coming up on the outside. Comes from a good yard. He's 5-0. As is Rory and me. Oof. This looks like a tough race. 6.4. If I do it on rank score, I think he'll come 3rd, won't he? So yeah, I mean, it's a case of looking for the value between these 3. 16 to 1 though, so maybe an additional place could get you 2.5 or 3s on the exchanges at that price, if that comes through. Cool, so that's basically how I've filtered that, but you can filter it any way you want. You know, you could take the form out, and you got a couple of extras there. I think we mentioned these in the 115, didn't we? A couple who, maybe one there who hasn't progressed. Then you've got your pre-filtered data up at the top, where basically I've kind of done the same thing. You know, here I capped it at 3, rank score of minimum 6, difference of 3 up to 12 runners. You know, there's other ways you can use this. So for example, I'm going to take, let's get rid of all of that. I want a horse to lay. So I'm going to look at horses that are between 6 and 10. I've got a couple of horses here that are up, and their odds are quite short actually. I'll take that difference out, and there you go. So I'm going to look for at least 2 reasons to lay. Cap my odds at 4. I've got 3 horses that are quite a way above their last winning weight. Their rank score is pretty high, so you know, sometimes you know you do have like good yards, good jockeys, but maybe they're looking to manage this down. What have I got? Marilyn Monroe in the 310 at Hereford. I'm going to go and have a look at Marilyn Monroe. I did look at this one this morning as well. It's a 4-horse race, isn't it? Yeah, there's I think there's a non-runner. I think that's Staplehead. Yeah, there's no jockey, so it's a non-runner. Odds of 0. I got Champagne Noir, class going, Marilyn going, and progression. Marilyn's up 7, and Champagne Noir has won off £2 higher. Difference of 4, difference of 2. The Van der Waal scores, it's marginally higher, and the rank scores higher. I back that over Marilyn Monroe almost any day. I think these are like for like. The form, you know, has progressed, but he's up £7. He's penalised. So odds on, I'd probably lay that. And there's a couple of others. I mean, I'll let you have a look at those couple of others. But that's the reasons to back. If you've got any questions, just go on the live chat on the website and ping me a message. I'll do my best to get back to you. Right, enjoy it.